I am personally deeply influenced by Brahmashi Patriji. And then sometime in about 8 years ago, Patriji was talking about how do we introduce meditation from top down. While we are doing a lot of work everywhere in every nook and corner of the country, in villages, and initially through several pyramid masters, remote areas they go and then teach meditation. Then Sir had this brilliant idea of starting meditation channels called pyramid meditation channels. PMC Hindi is doing an amazing job here. PMC Telugu is the starter. And so with these channels, we are doing an amazing amount of work in spreading meditation. So while that's going on, Sir was talking about how do you introduce from top down too. So that's how this concept of introducing meditation to organizations, into the leadership, so that they trickle it down all the way, right? So to take shape, to help push that cause, Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation was working on laying foundation for the last 3 years. And so now, with some of the network of leaders who are there, who regularly practice, so we have hundreds of leaders who practice around the world. And so with their help as volunteers, with their help as strong supporters of taking this cause forward, that because they see the significant benefit. Now we started this project called Project Excellence. The Project Excellence is saying that the meditation gives excellence into every individual's life. So it must go to a rural villager, to an underempowered, underprivileged section of society anywhere in the country, to a family, or to a community, and of course to a high-flying corporate and a government officials. So everybody, the meditation can go and make a difference, right? And so Project Excellence objective is to create awareness to all the leadership, because they have the resources, they have the people, they have the wisdom and the knowledge, and so they can utilize the resources greatly. If a leader becomes compassionate and becomes empathetic and friendly, then a leader will utilize the resources greatly and makes a huge difference to their employees and then communities. And so what is that thing that makes a leader that they become empathetic and friendly and compassionate? And so that is meditation. And so we want to first target the leadership to create awareness that this is great, not only for you, it's for your organization, community, and then to the larger section of societies. And so we want to target and then create awareness into them, number one. So Project Excellence talks about creating awareness. We create awareness through conferences like what we are doing in the Delhi. This is the first conference. We imagine that we're going to do many regional conferences in every city, talking about meditation importance, inviting local officials, local leadership, right? Then the second part is then having enablement. So it's not just creating awareness and saying, yes, this is great, I must do it. So then how do you take action? We are talking of taking action. So they are assisted through and all the way to see that the meditation goes to the end person. And so enablement is where we are working on trainers, having a whole bunch of trainers. Already PSS movement and many India-wide and worldwide, there are so many organizations spreading meditation, and so there are so many teachers. So we want to funnel. So begin with the PSS movements, all the organizations, Buddha CEO or Quantum Life University is doing an amazing job, Spiritual Tablets is doing an amazing job. So combined together, we have thousands of teachers today spreading meditations. We are collecting, we have this list of all the trainers will be ready, along with the right material, right textbooks, right literature, spiritual literature, which can be used by a policymaker to make and define meditation courses. And then we're also defining white papers of how you can introduce meditation in your organization, how you can roll out. So they enable and then make technology available. So if you're going to a college and then a 5,000 student college, you introduce meditation, how do they practice? Meditation, when it's practiced regularly, is then making that permanent change in our subconscious and then conscious minds, and that rewires the brain circuits. So people fundamentally change from inside out because the neurological circuits are changed. And so how do you practice? You must practice it regularly. So when you go into these colleges, for example, so we want to give them a technology, an application, mobile application, potentially a web application, many of those technologies and tools, so that they can pick up and then practice and continue at a very, very low cost. Our key is to provide something at a very low cost. right? Today, for example, PMC channels are introducing meditation at a fraction of the cost as opposed to doing physically you go out and then meet somebody and then introduce meditation. It's a fraction of the cost, you know. And then a mobile application can further reduce the cost of it significantly, because then you got it, it's an individual. So the spread is going to be a lot more, penetration is going to be a lot more deeper, right? So this is how that we imagine. So the enablement parties in the Project Excellence is to make technology available, tools and technology, make literature available so that policymakers set courses, and then make trainers available so that readily whoever wants to introduce meditation, the trainers can help. So then third part of the Project Excellence is rollout support. So then once you create awareness, and then if any official, any leader of an organization or an NGO or in a hospital or institute, when they want meditation to be introduced in their field of influence, in their jurisdiction, then they simply contact the Project Excellence boards, and then we would connect them to the meditation teachers and trainers, and we supply them with the right material, point them with the right materials, and so then their journey starts. And then we might give them some assistance to say, how do you roll out? A DIG who is responsible for, let's say, maybe 100 jails in an area, and then we've seen it, how meditation transformed prisoners to become greatest, individuals. So then, the DIG, when they looks at the benefits of it, wants to roll meditation. There are 100 prisons spread over, let's say, 5 states. And so then we need to have meditators, the trainers across the board. And so we link them up with the right contacts, right trainers. So that's the rollout support. And so that awareness to training to enablement to the rollout support is completely covered as a life cycle. And so Project Excellence envisions that this is a multi-year project that continues, envisions that we support all the leadership around the India to begin with, and then global to in partnership with other spiritual organizations to take meditation as a change maker process, something that brings a positive social change, something that brings an economic change in the lives of everybody.